everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. In today's video, I wanted to show you some of my new Tuxedo box cards and do a second assembly video. I've already done one for some fall and Christmas box cards, Tuxedo box cards, but this is for the Halloween, so let me show you what I've got. Our first one is the Little Witch, and it says, "Eat, drink, and be scary." When you pop it open, it just displays like that, and then you can fold it closed. These fit an A2 envelope. I have our little Dracula, or our vampire, and he says, "You are so sweet, it's scary." And then this one is our Frankenstein, and he says, "Sending you monster hugs." And again, you just pop them open. These have been really popular cards, and I wanted to show you how to put one together. So the two boy cards, our Dracula and our Frankenstein, are pretty simple. The two girl cards, I'm going to do the Frankenstein's Bride and the Witch card. These have a lot of layers, and so that's why I chose to do this one, is so that I can show you how to layer it. So to get started, this is the pieces that you'll have, and each card comes with a little printable. This one says, "You are frightfully cute," and it also has a little backing. And then you'll have all of your decorative panels. There's 2 in each size for a total of 3 of them. You'll have your Frankenstein bride face, or depending on which one you're doing, it might be a little bit different. Then you'll have your card background, and you'll have these 2 little pieces, and these 2 little pieces are really important, and I will show you why in just a minute. So let's go ahead and assemble our little Frankenstein's Bride first, and it all goes together on this shadow piece, so everything just fits nice and neat. Going to take the head first and add some glue. I should have checked my glue before I got started. There we go, maybe. There we go. I've got too much. Excuse me. And it just fits on here like this. There is the slightest little bit of a shadow behind it. It's not a very much, so. And then we're going to put our hair on. And you could ink these pieces up if you wanted to, or cut them out of your printed paper. Your decorative pieces, I would suggest printed paper. I think it'd be really pretty what you could do with it. Okay, now we have 2 little bolts on here that we're going to glue on. If you are assembling the Frankenstein, his bolts are part of the background piece, and so when you cut out this background piece, you'll want to make sure that you cut it out of the colors that you want for his bolts. But on her, it's not, so you'll need these little bolts to glue them on. All right, then she has her little skunk hair piece. It just matches and goes right down the middle. Okay, next up are her eyelashes. They kind of look like spiders, but they're the eyelashes, and they're going to go right up there close to the top. And then next, I would actually put her mouth on so that we can get everything on there the way that we want it and get it. That way, if you need to move the eyes or the mouth to make everything fit, you can do that. So once those are on there, then we can go ahead and finish the face off. So next we have the eyeballs. And then the eyes, the irises. And I've just cut mine out of black. You could do these out of purple or blue or whatever. And the way that you put your little irises on is going to determine the expression on her face. Okay, and then we have these little cheek pieces. And then finally is the little stitches. Now these pieces are pretty tiny, but your machine will cut them out without any problem. Sometimes you might need to slow the machine down a little bit if it's struggling with these tinier pieces, but I don't have a problem cutting them. You could even cut these littler pieces out of vinyl if you wanted to, and then not have to worry about gluing them on. They would just stick. Okay, so there is our Frankenstein bride. So I'm going to set her aside. While it's sitting here, I'm going to glue on my little sentiment onto the front piece. Set that aside. Okay, now we have our card base. So what we want to do is we're going to fold it in half down that middle score line. And then on these score lines on the outer edge, we're going to fold them inside to the card. There are two diagonal score pieces that make like a triangle, and we're going to fold those out towards us. And then last but not least, there's a little tab, and we're going to fold that in and then open it up again. Okay, so once that's all folded like that, you're going to take your larger pieces, your larger decorative panels, and we're going to glue those to the inside. And like I said, I have another video. I think I did the Christmas gnome, and I've also done the turkey, the Thanksgiving turkey in another video, but it's all the same. Oh, my glue's having some issues there. And you just want to kind of match those up so that they're the same on the top and the bottom, and there is a little bit of a shadow all the way around. And you know what, my paper wrinkled just a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that back corner right there. Okay, now before we do anything else, we want to put in our little face piece. So the way that you're going to do this is this has two tabs, and we are going to bend them up towards us on those score lines. And then once we have bent them, we're going to open them up, and we're going to put tape or glue on those on the top of it. And then we're just going to layer it in here. You want to make sure that the head reaches about the top of your card. You don't want to do it too high or it won't fit in the envelope. You don't want to do it too low, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then once you've got it in the middle, these edges will line up with the score lines on the inside of your card. So you're going to take this first flap and fold it over and press it, and then we're going to put tape right here on this tab right here. And then we will take this one, this side, and fold it over as well and lay it on that tab. Okay. Then you're going to pop it open, and this piece you have to play around with it for a couple of times. But once you open it up, it should kind of have like a little round, and it just pops open when you open it up. So you just have to play with it a couple of times, and then it just does it all on its own. Okay, we're going to put the decorative tabs on these two corners, the triangles. This is kind of what makes it a tuxedo card, is it looks kind of like your tuxedo or your suit colors. We're going to just put the decorative panel one right there and one right here. Then we need to use these two little tabs that I told you are really important. So what you're going to do is they have a score line in the middle. You're going to fold them and then put tape or glue on one side. you're going to bring this over the glue side, and you are going to put it not on that edge or that seam piece, but right next to it in about the middle of the card. So right like that. We're going to do the same thing with this second piece. This is the little tab that allows your sentiment to pop open instead of laying flat on the card. So we're going to put that right next, or on the left side of the seam, matching it up. And if you can see that, when it opens up, that's what it looks like. Okay, now we'll take our decorative pieces, our little decorative panels, and I'm going to put glue on them. And I'm going to just fold these triangles up, and then it folds or lays down right inside that flap. So it covers up most of that flap. Not all of it, but most of it. And then we'll do the same thing on this other side. And again, everything has just a little bit of a shadow behind it. All right, so our card is almost done. Now all I need to do is put glue on those two tabs right there. And I do it on the tabs, not on my sentiment. So if I just put a little bit of glue right there, put my sentiment on there, get a good firm adhesion. And then when you pop your card open, the sentiment pops open as well. And that is all there is to that card. I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial. Give these cards a try. They're super, super easy to do. They go together really fast, and they are so much fun. Thank you for joining me today. Please hit subscribe down below, and have a great day.